still.
Beloved, I bring you greetings from the Inside Studios, and you are on the Virtuous Woman's program. I am your host, Susie Osikeni Georges. It is 14th of February. It's a special day. It's Lovers' Day, and the Virtuous Woman's program is bringing you a special edition. It is actually a testimony that will be very, very informative. We want to wish our wonderful viewers a happy Valentine's Day. It is not a day that we only have to celebrate because we want to show our love to somebody, because love is supposed to be shown every day. The Bible says that we should love our neighbors as we love ourselves. And it is God who first showed us love by giving us his son Jesus Christ to die for all mankind. So it is only a day for us to show our gratitude to the very loved ones around us. We wish you a happy Valentine's Day. In the life of every woman or couple, it is their desire to have the fruit of the womb. It is actually a gift from God, and it's a beautiful thing. This discussion makes me feel like a David before Goliath, not because of anything, but because it is a huge and a very sensitive one. But it brings great joy to have somebody who will come out freely to share her story, to encourage somebody. It is her testimony, and we are talking about no other person than our mommy, Lady Gifty. Most of you will know her as Noise Tranieri GH on Facebook and Noise Tranieri GH TV on YouTube. Noise Tranieri GH TV Studio 2 on YouTube. She's here to tell her story. She's here to encourage somebody. She's here to let you know that you are not alone in this. She's here to tell you that God is the one who gives children as a gift, and it will be your turn soon. Our Lady Gifty, you are very much welcome. Yamawa Papa, Inside Studios.
Thank you so much, Obaa.
Thank you so much.
How is the family doing? If you're phone now, what to say?
Yeah, we are to be a fine
As we said, this is a testimony, and we want to say that this program we are having aim at supporting and encouraging somebody or a couple or a woman who is desiring, a couple in waiting or a woman who is desiring to have the fruit of the womb. Obaa Gifty, we want you, at least before we start, for you to tell us a bit about yourself. So
Oh, okay. As you said before, Obaa Gifty, I'm the one who normally do those videos that you see on PH program. I do this program on Facebook, also on YouTube. So as our sister said before, you know me more when we say those PH, we as Obaa Gifty. I'm a mother of two, married woman. And thank my sister today for giving me chance to join you on your program to share my testimony, hoping that at the end of the program, it will help someone to understand that God is able to keep at no matter your age, no matter what has happened, the fruit of the womb, and also show you how I was able to know this hospital. And at the end of the program, you will be able to maybe pick their name or number, and you can go there and you know that with the help of God, you also become a mother.
Wow, thank you so much. Thank you so much. But for the beginning, how long did you have to wait before conceiving?
Oh, okay. It really took a long, almost 8 years. Wow. It took almost 8 years before we were able to have our first child.
I'm asking you this because
everyone knows that after marriage, what is next is having your children. And maybe if you want to wait small, 1 year or 2 years, you start having your children. But when we saw that it was not coming, after 3 years we saw that it was not coming, we said, oh, let's start looking for a hospital. So after almost 8 years, that we were able to have our first son.
Wow.
And finally we're having a girl soon.
Wow. When I got married, it took like 3 months, and I was already getting agitated. So for you to have waited 8 years, wow.
Yes, it wasn't easy anyway.
God has been good. How did you handle people's behavior towards you, like around you? Were they insensitive towards you? Were they asking questions that they were not supposed to? How did you handle it?
The truth is that when you are in this type of situation, it's very, very for the couple. Because even though I'm a Christian, so I go to church, almost everyone near me is a Christian, but sometimes very unfortunate, they don't understand you and you don't get the enough support. It was a very, very hard situation because sometimes even taking someone's child, the way the parents will approach you, or they will not allow you to do how you wish to do it, that baby. Even maybe they did not do it intentional, but you will feel that, oh, it's because I'm not having a child and I'm asking me to touch your child or something. Or someone will just say it with words. It seems that you are the one who don't want it to come, because as I said before, after marriage, what is the next step? It's having your children or forming your family. So those near me, some were praying for us, encouraging us, but it can happen sometimes that you find someone who will do something, either it is intentional or unintentional, to make you understand that you are a parent, you need a child, which it is not something really depends on you because we all know that it's God who gives the fruit of the womb. It's not like something you can go to a place, it's there, you have to go and carry and bring it, and you are not doing it, so you are lazy. So it wasn't easy. We had many nights crying. We had many days, especially on our anniversaries. We see always 3 years, 4 years, 5 years. We are always the same situation, only both of us, not even one child. So they're happy to celebrate your anniversary. Sometimes it's not even there because what are you celebrating? With who are you celebrating? Always both of us. So it wasn't easy. And we were not having the enough approach and the prayer and encouragement with some of the people who were with us. But we thank God that at the end, we did not depend on woman before doing these things. He did it at the right time, and we have seen that even the delay was even good for us. It's now that we have come to understand that the delay was even more better for us.
In all this, how was Hosby feeling about it? Because sometimes it's difficult. Men don't show their... So how was he feeling?
Yeah, in the beginning, it was very normal. I don't see anything strange for him. But when we saw that this thing is getting to 5, 6 years, we couldn't control it. So I quite remember on, I think our 6th year of marriage, he was very unhappy that day because after 6 years, what is going on? And we were even very young. I married at a very young age. So we didn't understand how possible because we were very healthy both, no problems at all. But sometimes when I'm the woman, which I feel that I'm the one to carry the pregnancy, so all the responsibilities on me, or maybe I'm the one who is barren. He being the man who come here to talk with you because he sees that he cannot also fall in your depression or in the same situation, so he has to come along and encourage you in all those things. But I will confess that there were days that he also was very, very tired. It came to a time he also cried.
Wow. So at the end, who did you talk to? Because I know here in Italy, at least we have our general doctors, we have a consultorium, which are the small clinics that we attend to as women if we have any problem. Who did you talk to? How did you get to know about it? What role did your personal doctor or the consultorium, if you attended or if you visited them, what role did they play in it?
Oh, the thing is, after 3 years that I saw this thing was not coming, I said, okay, let's go and check, maybe there is something wrong. So I started going to the normal hospital to talk with them, maybe sometimes telling them some of the problems I see as a woman. So I went there almost 1 year. And finally, one sister of mine, who is a friend, but like a sister of mine, I used to take her to hospital when she's in labor. So she called me one day saying that she knows this woman who has been in the hospital because she was having problems in conceiving. So she wants to call her and take the name and then come out of the hospital. So if I want her to call her or not. I was going to the normal public hospital. So I said, oh, sure, I know that there is a difference between a private hospital. So please, if there is a private one and they can follow me and help me more, yes, please take the number for me. So it wasn't hard for her to say it, even though she knows me, she will call me and take her to hospital if she's in labor and all that. But for her to start this thing, I saw that she was in difficulty, but I allowed her to talk. And later, seeing that I was very happy, I told her, call her, please take the number. I will go call her. So she said, oh, okay. So this man was even waiting for me to tell her this. So she called this girl. She gave me the number. I took immediately on the following day. I started calling and had my first appointment. And when God being so good, I met a wonderful doctor even from the first day, then I continue with it. So you can see that it has already passed 3 years before I started going to this hospital, and I went there also another 3 years or more. So it is a process. It's not like magic. You go there, they will just do magic or something strange and you have it. It is a process that you have to go through. And both the couple also, so they have to see the woman after they will invite snap also to see if the daughter is having a problem. Since this thing happens on both, it keeps two people to have a pregnancy to conceive. So they invited my husband to because he also had to go for his own and do his part as a man. So when the doctor finally had his results and saw that he was okay, and they concentrated all their attention on me, and they saw that I was having one of my fallopian tubes. So we all know that women, we have two fallopian tubes, and my left one was open, the right one was closed. Even though the doctor said with the one man open, I should be able to remain, I should be able to prepare in a year, but we don't know why that must not happen. So they have to go and open the right tube. And after they did that, they said it's a 1 year. If I don't conceive, I should have left through the But God being so good, after 6 months, I was pregnant and was able to have my first child.
Wow. Let me take you back a bit. With your friend who was able to approach you to talk to you about that, I know it will be very, very difficult. And then even she telling you, the receiving side, you will be having lots of thoughts in your mind. Like, it might even be negative. Why should she come? Does she think that I am not doing anything about it? How did you feel when she spoke to you about it?
Oh, the thing is, as I said, at that time it has passed 3 years, more than 3 years. So after 3 years, even if we wanted to wait more, after 3 years at least, if I'm not giving birth that moment, I should have been pregnant. But nothing was coming. And even though I don't remember sharing anything so much with her, but she's someone who used to call me, how are you, and we would talk a bit and all that. So I think that she had that feeling that maybe I've not said much to her, but she being also a woman, that time she was already having 2 of her children, and as I said before, I would take, when she's labor, sometimes I would go and carry her and take her to the hospital. She saw that maybe this woman is also in need. For her to carry that courage, I think it was a bit, but maybe she does not know how I was going to accept or approach her, how to approach me, but I think that if you are having chance to listen to us today, God has been, because we that time were not having that chance to hear it from anywhere or any book, and this sentence was not so much as today. So it will give someone to come and tell you personally, if not, you will be there and you will be waiting. And since she's someone I already know her, but I was not angry because I was not having any idea where to look at a private hospital. I went to the normal hospital because I was not having any idea. I don't even know anyone who has been in that hospital before. So I was happy she thought about me and had to come and tell me. So I accepted it immediately and I thanked her so much. I still appreciate her until now because I know that through her God used her come and finally make my tears away, because for me to know that was it would have been very, very hard, because that is the place I normally even pass there. It is really in central Dubai. But for me to know it, it was very hard. I passed there, I did not see any soundboard, nothing. So it took them to come and tell me, and I was very okay. I was very okay. And now that I have seen that I accepted the advice and take action, it has brought a good thing to me. So I don't think that that should be any problem of any woman. If someone come and approach you and want to share something with you, even maybe if you will not take it, listen to it. Maybe it is something useful and you see it will help you. Then you follow the advice or take action, because sometimes when you listen and you don't do anything about it, nothing will come out. Because this barren thing or not be able to have your own child, it is too thin. You cannot do it only with prayer, only with prayer. God is able to do everything. It's God who gives child or children. But sometimes we are human beings, so we get sick. As my tube was blocked, it would take a doctor to do that. So God also created these doctors for us. God knew that we will get sick. He gave this knowledge to these people to be doctors. They can take care of us. So these people are there to help us. So you have to take your the action, that is to go and search this doctor or put these people so that they will see if you are having any problem. They will help you with the medication or something, whatever. Everyone is having this or thing. And after you add the prayer, because after they did their job, then it was left with God to do his own, and he did it.
Can you then tell us a bit about this institution to somebody who may need them? What is their name, where it can be found, even before we go to what they had to go through with you, like the stages?
Yeah, okay. I will bring the full name right now because I wrote it. Even though when you go online, searching it with the full name, it is a bit hard. But we have the full name there. Oh, okay. When the full name is Associazione Italiana per l'Educazione Demografica. But if you want to make this name short, I say it's Iron Hospital. You can write A-I-E-D, IED. So when you want to search for your own, you don't have to go and write that wrong name that I just said. You just write Iron Hospital, A-I-E-D. Then you add your region or where you are living. Yeah. So if you write A-I-E-D, A-I-E-D, then you add, I don't know, Milano, Brescia, they have it at Verona, they have it at Palermo, they have it at Napoli. Not all the regions are having this sort, but most of them are having it. It has happened that sometimes you will be searching and maybe it is not really in your city where you are living, but you find nearby city which is maybe more big, having it. One called the culture. Forja, they are not having it there, but they are having one at Dubai. So she said from Forja to Dubai is 1 hour. I'll go there. Some people are in Modena, they are going to that of Verona because they don't have one area of Maya. So if you search for it and you are not having it in your city and you are living, I don't know, near Milano or Mantua, a big city which you know that maybe there's a possibility that you find it there, you can write it on Google, A-I-E-D, A-I-E-D, then you add your region or you add your city or your how you are living, the possibility you can. But sometimes even when I'm having time, I help people also to search for it because maybe some people will not be ordered to search and all that. So if after this program you come across this video, you can approach my sister, she will get into me or she also can help you and both of us can help to find the one near your place so that you can also go there.
Wow, wow, thank you so much. We hope that at least after this video, even if it is one person who will find this video informative and it will help for her to have the desire of her heart, we will be very, very happy. We will be very, very happy. Mommy, Lady Gifty, what were some of the things, because listening to your video, you spoke a lot about a video or an audio that was sent to you by a doctor telling you some of the problems or what are the causes of this infertility. They even told you the food that we eat and everything. Can you tell us a bit? What stages did they have to let you go through whilst they were working on you?
Oh, okay, yeah. Sometimes when you need the fruit of the womb, especially with baby, there are a lot of things that you have to do. A lot of things. For example, if you are too much overweight, they advise you to lose it. It does not help at all. That's a woman anyway. But especially like my case, I was having the problem. Then one of the things that you have to start to control is your weight. Before I had my first child, I lost I have to lose 12 or 13 kilos.
Wow.
So it's very important for the weight. Even as soon as you start if you are too weak, they will start advising you to lose weight because it does not help much. And another thing also is that the food that Thailand, they are very good to give their food, so more vegetables. And sometimes you have to also take some medication. So when you are doing all these diet and control, they are advising you some of the things which are very important that, especially with the women, especially you have to do is take your medication. Every medicine they will give, you have to take it exactly as the doctor is telling you. It is very, very important. It's not like I forgot, or I was to take it this time. No, at all. It's very important. You have to follow everything. And also, they taught me how to follow my ovulation days, which it was something I did not know much about it. So I have to follow my ovulation days. And it is not a joke. It is something that you have to take it serious. Every month you have to calculate it and do as you are taught. So when you go and God advise you, do this, don't do that. If you really need a child and you are ready to work on it with the help of God, when you go to IH hospital, I can say that 90% or 98% with the help of God, you will also have a child because they will never give up on you until when they have not seen that you have to conceive. Because if they do every means and it is not coming, they will take you to another level again. If it comes to a point that they have to even do the IVS for you or whatever, they will do it. They will never stop. That is what I love about them. They will never stop. And another thing I'll add that, please let's not think about the money too much.
I was about to ask that. Yeah, I was about to say somebody is asking about the money, how much it will cost. Maybe I cannot afford it. What would you have been there, so you can tell us what is there. Tell us.
You know that I started going there part of the work men of me and my husband. We were not even having that much money at that time. He was working, I was working also, but later because of some problems I had to still move. So we were having problems with my all that, but with determination and also the fact that it is not costing much, we were able to go. When I go for a visit that time at IED hospital, I was paying 75 euro on my visit. Sometimes when I only have to go and show my God for the exams, They will not even allow me to pay anything. Maybe the next time I will pay the 75. Of late, I have come to know that they are taking 85 or something like that. And this thing I'm talking about, as I don't know how many years now, almost, I went there 3.5 years. I think it's almost 5 years, so almost 10 years. And they added only 10 euro. You do this, I was looking for the card, I was not able to come. You do this card, you have this association card, you have to do it, you will know it every year, and the card is 10 euro or 12 euro. You will know it every year. And then when you go for visit, you pay this your 85 euro, and sometimes you not even pay if you are only going to show the exams. And I will advise every people not to think so much. Even if you go and discuss more than what I'm saying, don't worry so much, because after I paid that money and finally I was able to have my first job, I've not been going there anymore because they have solved the problem which was there. I don't need to go there. So it is something that you are not going to pay it forever. It is for just some time. And everyone is also different. I think that this because I was having that problem. Some people may go there 1 year or even less, just 1 or 2 things maybe in debt, and you'll be pregnant and you will also be fine. So it is not expensive at all.
I believe maybe our Redditor will also be in it, because if you are not working and you have what we call here exemption, maybe you might not also pay. So it will be depending on your Redditor.
Yeah, I know. I did not view that exemption thing, maybe because my husband was working that time. But I know a woman who has said it before onto my ear. She, in that south part of Italy, she called me. I gave her the number. She was going there. One day I called her because another woman took the number, and I was asking her how much she pays. And I'm not paying anything. So maybe this is an insurance thing you are saying. Maybe some of them are having that possibility, even not to pay anything according to the money the family is having on your rate or and she was not paying anything. She told me.
Okay, you are mentioning they call for a number. Is it that there is a specific number, or it's depending on where you are staying? For instance, if I'm in Brescia and I have to look for it, I write IEAD Brescia. Is it the same number that will come out? That is why they are all calling to ask for the number, so that we can put it at the end of the video for somebody who may need it.
The thing is, giving one number of IED hospital is difficult because it depends. The number will change according to where you are. I have been having people who have been calling me almost everywhere of Italy. So this woman called me from Foggia, another person called me from Napoli. Some people have been calling me from Ancona, so the number can never be one. The thing is, the IED hospital is in most of the regions of Italy here. I normally use McDonald's as an example.
Yeah.
If you go to McDonald's, it is in Rome. We are having it in around almost everywhere. So at this hospital, if you get it in your area or near your region, the name is always the same. The service, the standard might be always the same. But the address, the location, and the number will change. So I can only give the name to people when you call or even if you ask them. By giving you one number is difficult because it will depend on where you are. In this code, I have to look for Brescia for some people. And the number was different. And the one I look for this one at Barren is different. So you just have to keep the name. You keep the name, you go on Google, you search for your own, you see your address. They haven't it also accordingly. You see your address and your phone number and you call that with this. And when you call, you tell them you want to book for appuntamento ginecologico.
Okay. And
I normally also tell people that take any exams you have done about this thing also to the appointment, so that there are some of the things if you have already done, the doctor will let you go back and do it again and do it. If it is okay for him, you will move forward so that you can go past my education.
Okay. Wow. So, Lady Gifty, when everything was done and you finally had what you were looking for, like, let me ask, how did you find out you were pregnant? How did it happen?
Okay, what is so wonderful, we can never understand him. I stayed home like another 3 years without working when I stopped that work I was doing before. Almost 4 years I was not working. So I was sometimes very sad because I said, if I'm not even working, at least I will take care of children. This pregnancy is not coming. I'm not able also to find myself a job. So sometimes it was very hard for me. When finally a friend of mine was going on holidays, she asked me to do a job for her, and I accepted it because I was home. I said, okay, at least this 1 month I will earn something and take some money to do my one or two things. So I started this job, and because I've been staying home for 4 or 3 years, when I started the job, I was feeling very tired almost every day when I come home. So I will be taking like 4 medicine. I will take this one for vitamin. I feel very well. I will take this one for body pain. And then you have to take another one vitamin. I was doing my own thing. So I was thinking that maybe this is the way which is making me always tired. But when my monthly time came and I saw that, oh, my husband was living in Ghana for 2 weeks that time. I saw that I was not having my period. I said, okay, it will be, because sometimes it happens that it's not coming out. But I could not feel pregnant since I was those 7 years. Because anytime you have even 2 days of delay, you just wish to went by, and you will be disappointed when you see that the result is. So I went to my doctor, he gave me some medicine, he said, Chinta. I said, no. Because I was not even expecting it at all, that moment. And that was the 6 months that they told me to stay and not coming here for 1 year. So I was just in my first month, and these people, other people told me not to come there. And everything, so I should just take some medicine they gave me once a day and that. And I went to my doctor and he said, this medicine is too so if you know you are pregnant, don't take it. He said, no, I'm not pregnant. So he wrote it for me. I came home, but something was telling me to check it again this time and see. I should not take the medicine if I'm pregnant. So I said, okay, let me go and buy a pregnancy test. As soon as I come home and I'm not pregnant, because I'm not suitable for I came home, I did it, and the result was I was pregnant. Wow. Which has never happened to me before. Anytime I would it was negative. I was not believing because I paid this thing, they kept it in the shop, maybe.
It's expired. It's been there for long.
It has not happened to me before anyway. That maybe later I went on, I was not pregnant. I couldn't believe because after so many years, I don't know the time this thing was coming and I was not expecting it that moment, especially when finally this couple of this job has promised me that he has seen that I'm very serious. As soon as this woman comes, he will give me another job, so I should not worry. So I was very happy in that period. I want to take some money. My concentration was not about money. So when I did this thing and I saw that it was positive, I said, okay, let me go to the hospital and do the urine one because that one is 100%. So I went to the hospital and I did that one. I think it was a 10 euro, 18 euro I paid. It was to be free, but my daughter made the mistake writing the check, so I had to pay. So I paid, and that one also came out, I was pregnant. Even on the road in the hospital, I have to ask one people, a civil hospital. It's something that they believe. She asked me if I was happy to be pregnant. I said, sleep. So later I came home and I had to call my husband because he was not even around.
Oh.
I told him, God has been so something has happened today. And he also couldn't believe. And I told him, not even once I have joked about this thing, that calling you I'm pregnant and later I was saying it was a joke. Not even when I've done this thing. So you have to believe me, it's true. So he too was very surprised. All his 2 weeks left on holidays in Ghana. He said, he kept on thinking about this thing because we couldn't even believe. So later, when I saw that really this thing has happened and I was feeling this body pain, I went back to my daughter because as I said before, I will not go there for another 1 year. I went back to him and I was in 3 weeks pregnant that time. No, sorry, 7 weeks pregnant that time. I went back to him and I told him to check. I have done the test, I showed everything to him. And you know this channel, someone said, you want to hear the sound of the heart, there's a heartbeat, you want to hear. I said, oh, okay. So I just opened this thing and we could hear the sound, and it was really one that I couldn't believe it. I told him later if I should stay home from the job because I also, and I'm also afraid to lose the baby because you know how many years I've been waiting. But he kept on saying, you are okay, you know, top of the end, you are okay, keep on working. I think nothing will happen to you. But I was very afraid, so after I told them I didn't want to work again because I was scared to lose the pregnancy.
Wow, God did a miracle. It means it can also happen to you. As we said, this video is only to give you a little information. Just share it for somebody that it may bless. Even if it is only one person, we know it will help somebody. Lady Gifty, can you share with us some pregnancy memories, what you remember about your pregnancy?
Oh, okay. You know that, as I said, because I had chance to work small before I got pregnant. God was so good. I was having the chance to do some months with occupation, and then I continued with my pregnancy. So I was having money, so my pregnancy, I was always happy, going around, because when these things happened, God does not do his things just like that. He added some blessing and some chance also to it. So when I was pregnant, everything I touch, I will have it. Everything I say, it will come. So I was always happy. The only thing I was having was, this normal pregnancy. Sometimes I was very tired, body pain. That is my own. I don't vomit and do those one things, no at all. But I will be having body pain always. But from my 7 months, I'm okay. I will be eating so much. When I'm pregnant, I eat too much. That is why you see my face like this. Because
it's normal.
I lost almost 13 kilos before getting pregnant. I was like 69 or 70 kilos before I got pregnant. But because of the pregnancy, I was eating, sleeping. That was the only time I could do sleeping, eating. Sleeping, eating. And sometimes when I go, the doctors will say, oh, you are getting too fat. I say I'm hungry. And the thing is, when I'm even eating, instead of me to get satisfied, I'm more hungry. So I would eat and putting another rice or something again. And since I saw that I was eating so much, as soon as my husband came from Ghana, I told him, there is something you are going to see in this house. I've been eating so you. And don't say anything. So he knowing that I was eating so much, I said you put some on the fire because you know that pregnancy hunger is not like the normal one you can sometimes control.
You need to satisfy it.
My own was very good, and this pregnancy also brought a lot of blessing also. Many things, as I said, we were in economic difficulty and all that, but as soon as the baby started coming, many doors and many things started to happen. Since we were not able to do it before that, we were just two. We were to have the money to do it, but we were not able to do it. When these children came that we are spending on them, we were able to start doing it. So they are big blessings. Children are a blessing from God. And if you have to do anything so to have your own child, do it, because when they come, the things they will bring to you, you will never be able to understand. Or even if you are having your own already, know that they are special with a blessing that many people are not having chance to have it easy. So you take good care of them and appreciate this gift given to you. Because when you are not having chance to have a baby, you just open your eyes and you see that there is no way you can go and carry it. It takes God to give it to you, and it's very hard sometimes. So appreciate this gift that God has given to you as children. And we are waiting to have our own too. Understand and know that when you do the part, sure, God also will give your own, and they will bring the blessing that you will never ever be able to understand right.
Wow, thank you so much again. In watching your video, you said that if it happens that you have to repeat, that same process has to happen. Like for you not to have a child and you have to go through the same process, you would ask God to do it. Why do you say that?
Oh yeah, if I will have chance to come back in the next life, and if I'm having chance to talk with God before, I will tell him, oh please, bring the same situation I went in my first one. I don't know which life is this one for me again, because it helped me a lot. I'm someone who used not to be so hard. I don't talk much. But going into that experience, it came to a time I see that I had to be very determined and do what I was not even able to do. So that period was a time that prepared me, and I'm not afraid of anything in this life because of that thing. I am not scared of anyone living, because what I went through before I was able to reach that position or to be a mother. It was not, it was very, very hard. So what it taught me during that period, I don't even know how to describe it. But I know that it was very good, and it also helped me to understand how human being can be also. Because as you can see, sometimes I'm talking, I'll be laughing. I love laughing, I like smiling. But I never knew that after getting pregnant, I'll have 3 or 4 people who will stop talking to me because now I'm pregnant. And I never thought of that. So when all that thing happened, it helped me to understand, oh, so that is how human beings are. They are thinking or maybe saying that they wish you also will have your own child, or you will be out of that situation that you are. But I can tell you that when finally you come out, or God helps you to be free from that situation, not all of them are happy that you are free from it. So it came to a time that I had to understand that not all of them were happy, because as soon as they saw me, my victory, these people stopped talking with me. And you know that with pregnancy mood, me to my mood was not already okay. So if you don't want to talk to me, me say I don't want to talk to you. Me, I'm just thinking about food right now, it's sleeping. So it helped me a lot to understand how human being can be, and maybe sometimes pretend to help you, but maybe they are not, or how maybe they will be talking or laughing at your back in that situation that's bad. So as you said, I've said it already in one of my videos that if someone is in a situation and you cannot help that person, don't say anything. Just keep quiet and leave everything to God. Because the way you say things can sometimes get a time I must confess that you have to tell my husband, what do you think we have to do? Do you think we have to separate? Because we have had couples separating and later they were able to have their children when we define man, or what do you think we have to do now? Or maybe we can try, you can have a child and later bring it, and maybe you find that you also will be happy with, and you also stop those things that you say, because we are human beings, sometimes they are tired of, in fact, that period of waiting is really hard. It's not easy at all, but it helped me a lot. Many things that I have come to understand now was that period, and I have come to, I know the power of God, I know God is able to do everything, but this thing has taught me and has showed me the level of things that God can do that before I was not even aware. But He used me myself as an example. And now I'm here to talk with you. So I'm really happy. I want the same thing in my life. Please God, do the same thing for me because it has helped me a lot. It has helped me to understand the power of God, what God can do, how I have come to understand that sometimes when He is keeping long, He is preparing it for better and for your next level of life that maybe you will not understand. All these people, they were not talking with me. I'm fine with them. I don't have any problem with them. But now I know how to go and handle with them. Know what I can talk with them and what I cannot talk with them. Which before, maybe if this thing did not happen, I won't have been aware, I will be believing in them, trusting them. But their mind was not all that 100% good for me. I'm happy anyway because it has come to teach me how they are or how any person I will meet in my next life. I don't have to put myself all in zero business. So now my concentration is on my husband, my children, and my family. Which before I was extending it, but I always managed to open my hands for everyone. So every situation that you are in is okay, trust me. Now you will not understand. But when finally God helps you to come out from it, if it is money, in your next time you will know that when I have money, I have to keep it up because it came to the time I was not having, I was in difficult, I was not finding food to eat. So every situation is the beginning that you find it that how am I in this situation, this and that. But it will come to a time, trust me, I know what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about the story of any other person, that's my own thing. That one day you will see that God using you to go through that process was very good for you, for a testimony, for something that you have to learn. Without that, you won't have learned it, never.
Wow, I am really learning. She went through all that, as she's saying, for her to discover who her real friends are. People are there. You need to be careful about who you open up to because when you finally reach your blessing, when you finally get what you are expecting God to do for you, then you know the true colors of the people around you. Wow. Finally, Lady Gifty, what advice will you give to a couple in waiting? As in, what are some of the things that you were doing whilst you were waiting, you and your husband? So what advice will you give to couples who are waiting to have the fruit of the womb or they are desiring to have the fruit of the womb? And even in their process, whilst they are on medication and doing all that, what advice will you give to them?
You know, as we said just from the beginning that the fruit of the womb is a blessing from God. So even the doctor himself cannot work and put it there. So it's all about God or any religion that you are in, or more better if you are or you are Muslim, this God that you pray to, that you have faith in. It's all about God. You have to put your faith in God and know that the fruit of the womb comes from above. So you don't have to remove prayer from it. I said before, this thing is true. It is doing medication and praying. It is two things. You cannot do without the other one because after the doctors have done their own, it will take God to do his action. And also, maybe if some sickness, you need the doctors also to come in and maybe do their own thing and God also can help you. So it is true. Another thing that we were advised to do during that period that I will never forget was also always praying together as couple and asking for forgiveness. We are human beings, we sometimes do something that it is bringing us different problem in marriage or something. So we don't even know when and where we hear someone saying something or we did someone and God either has come upon us. We don't know. So that thing also is very important that both of you must always pray together and also ask for forgiveness. You have done anything, something that you know it by yourself, you don't know, maybe you don't also know, but you are human, maybe you found one and you are not aware that is fighting against, or someone said something, it has come true, you have to ask for forgiveness and need God also to forgive you. That one was one of our secrets, because me, I was very sure I never did anything, but I know also that I'm human and I'm a sinner, so maybe I did something I was not aware. So I was also playing for that one also, and my husband also was doing the same thing. So both of you have to come to one accord, because this thing is, if maybe you go to the hospital and they are saying the problem is from the woman, like you plead with a man that's not thinking that she is the problem, she is not allowing the couple to conceive. You don't think it is the wish of a woman to be barren, because you men know it well that we enjoy even the children more than you. We are having these babies in our womb. Like hearing is on your first move. You don't experience all those things. You will carry them at their back. You will breastfeed. So who enjoy this motherhood more than you enjoy it more than the men? So if maybe and the problem is from the husband or the wife, none of you must leave the one alone, but always stay with this person, comfort and encourage him. It happens sometimes that my husband will come from and I'm not taking the blessing they gave me. It happened one time or maybe two times. He will say, have you taken it tonight? I say, no, I don't want to take it today. He say, why? So he went and bring water and give it. Maybe I was in the house the whole day. He could have get angry and tell me, what if you that I don't know where they or maybe say anything and bring misunderstanding. But who knows that even that day was the day the blessing was coming. You don't even know. I will go and take it and bring me water. Say, bring it, and I will take it and I'll be sitting there. So we need one another in that way. It is a period for you also, the couple, to experience some things that will help your union, apart from having your child family. It's a moment you also come to learn so many things about each other. So you are doing your thing, but don't forget to enjoy that moment also. To have fun both. So that when the children start coming, some of you have to still don't know. Who knows? When they start coming and you are not even more having time for each other before, you have no regrets because you were having enough time to enjoy and have fun.
Wow. In listening to some of your videos, I heard you said, I even had to off my phone because I didn't want to talk to anybody. Somebody will say, if you are pregnant or you are wishing for this, you might have friends around that you want to share your story with, or you want to share every step in your life. But you said you had to off your phone. Why did you have to do that?
Oh, you know that there are some of the things I'm saying right now, I have even think that they are even very, very important. Because one of the things I want people not to share so much to other people is when you are doing this process of conceiving. Our advice is not to say a lot about it to other people, because what you are saying will not even bring anything, because already you are in two. When you go to the hospital and something happens, you can come back, you tell your wife or you tell your husband. So that is really enough for you. So I did not want many people to hear what we were doing. As I said, this hospital is even in Temple, really where I'm living. But sometimes when I will be going, the 6 minutes past that place, and people will be sitting in this, but some of them knows me. I will be looking left, right, I'll see that no one will come. I'll open the door and enter. Because I don't want anyone to see. I've seen Gifty entering this door. Anytime I pass, I see going there. I don't want anyone to know. So that also is something that is very, very important for me to advise couple not to share it. I don't even know how to put it. This thing don't like that.
You can even, maybe if you say it in the tree, it sinks, it goes down to down to people than when you maybe say it in the English. Because with the passion I heard you saying it.
I did when I'm better, so if not your husband, it is very, very important that you don't share too much, because maybe the person you are talking with is having a clear mind, but since you don't have eyes, you don't know what is following that person. So when I off my phone, I did it when they opened my fallopian to the right one. I stayed at the hospital 2 days because I had to come home and continue the treatment. I was taking injection. Today left, tomorrow right. I was doing it at the lab. But that moment, I was not fit for that, okay. And to open the fallopian tube, they don't even do the operation. They just do some hole in your stomach. So it was some hole that they did 2 holes to go and operate and do this thing. But I was still not feeling all that okay. And knowing that I have some friends who during the week, at least they will call me 2 times or once to check on me, how I am. And I was going to stay in the hospital 2 days, and I had to come home. I did not want them to hear anything, so I just had to invent some story telling them I was traveling to one of my aunties who is even here at Atlanta. She's there. So I told her I was going to this time, which was not true. I was at the same Barren one day. I went to the hospital. There is a place called PERSIST. It's not even near my house all that much. I went there 2 days. Later I came, I off my phone. I don't want anyone to call me because I needed rest. And I have to invent some story to make them justify why they will not find me online that moment. Later, when I on my phone, I told them I forgot my child and I was going to my auntie. And all this life, I was doing it because I came to understand that this Barren issue don't like so much talk with different people who is not your wife. And it was something I came to learn. It's not something like I knew it. During those periods, I came to understand all those things. So praying also in that moment is so spiritual, because there were things that it came to my mind that and so I had to off. And later I invented something, and by telling them why my phone was not on, they also came to understand that I was in my house taking my medication, and it helped me a lot. So if you go and maybe you to your husband is the one who is having the issue, not like in my case that it is the woman, please, you know that you, the woman, will come and if I quite a few times you don't do and all those things, and it's not necessary. It's not necessary at all. It must be only, even sometimes some women will call me, sister, I want you to book the appointment for me. I don't see the color. I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it because I see that at least if maybe you are not able to speak, your husband will be able. At least one of you. Because it is something I advise and recommend for every couple to keep, even the day you are going to appointment, everything. When I was in labor, I was going to the hospital. I will not allow you to call me. I will just off my phone. I don't want you to hear anything about my baby. But I will not have any effect or pastor who told me, be careful with this person, he's a witch or he's good. No, not at all. But I came to understand that since that journey was not easy for me to get there, I had to take everything, which is double protection. So if you are doing something in your life and that is very dear to you, it's a hard desire, you wish so much for it, it is another secret I'm giving to you today, that you have to keep it, only the couple. And I can tell you that 100% if you do it that way, that thing will come to pass, yes.
Wow. I hope we are all picking some nuggets here. You are in a process, you are going on medication, you are doing something very important in your life. It should be you and your partner. It is not that when you go for a a visit, you come back, then you call your friend. And when I went,
Yeah.
always giving an update of what your next step, what you have to do. You have not received your testimony, so just keep it to yourself. She also spoke about the people are what you need to do when you are waiting. In your waiting period, what you do, you have to confess if there is anything that you have said or you have done to somebody. If anybody has declared a word upon your life, that is why what you are going to, you are reversing everything. You need to be quiet about the things that needs to be kept in the house. Somebody said that if you are looking for, the secret of looking for a child is that you love other people's children. I remember when she was talking from the beginning, she said that she had a friend, she used to accompany her to the hospital, which means she takes care of other people's children, other people's need or pregnancy. And in the long run, God did it for her. We believe this broadcast has been a blessing to you as much as it has been to me too. We are hoping that somebody, at least one person, will benefit from this cast. Somebody will also have her baby in her hands. And remember that she and the husband watched this video and then they took something out of it. Lady Gifty, thank you so much for being a blessing. Thank you so much for accepting to share your story, which many don't do. It becomes a secret. I don't want somebody to know that this is what I did before getting this baby. But you have come out freely and willing to share your story with us. Thank you very, very, very much. And we are hoping that God will still bless you. Maybe the twins are on your way, as you said. God will still bless you with twins. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Alright, Susie, thank you too for inviting me and giving me the chance to share my testimony. And as you said before, we are hoping that maybe this video will go around, and even if just one person will come across it and pick the name or inbox us for us to help the person to find this hospital. Even if it's one person, we will be very, very, very happy because we know that what we have been through, and we are wishing that many also will come out and the couple also will be happy finally, and it will be a testimony also for other people because God always do a miracle so that we can use it to encourage others. So giving me your platform also today is a privilege. So thank you also so much for this chance. And if anyone needs the number, as we said before, if you get to Sister Susie or you inbox me or buy it on Facebook or even just financial club, I will be very happy to help you to find the hospital near your place.
Wow, as she said, if you want to get into contact with her, she is on Facebook with Noi Stranieri GH, and then on YouTube, Noi Stranieri GH TV Studio 2. She's a lady who talks about every bonus in this country. I got to know her. I thought I could search, but when I met Obaa Gifty, I knew that there is somebody surpasses somebody. She has all the information concerning every bonus.
I'm still waiting for you to join me. I've been watching you, but I am not saying that to you for now. But
you've already said it.
To come and join and help us because you know that we really need that. We need people like you also to come and help us with this bonuses and these documents. So I'll be waiting for your Susie. I don't think that you are going to do this one once a month and you are
I remember she once called me and she said, there is somebody who needs your help. I've given your number to him. He will call you because some of them I cannot do. Hurry up and come and join. I said, some things are made to be done by some people. We can do it, but thank you so much, Obaa Gifty.
Yes, I've seen the message this morning. I told you I'll get back to you when I do. I've seen them.
Okay. Thank you so much, our wonderful viewers. We believe again that you have been a blessing, and then this information will go in the long run to help somebody. Let me tell you again, you are on the Virtuous Woman's program, and we are always ready to bring you the information that you need, anything that will help you in your walk with God. It is a platform that we talk about anything feminine, be it career,